Hey everyone, Mango7Roll here. How we doing today? Welcome to another episode of Epic 7, and this one is going to be kind of a follow-up of yesterday's video. If you didn't catch yesterday's video, it was talking about the things you may or may not be missing and doing inefficiently, and just a way to make sure you're doing everything and like tidy up your loose ends and get everything done. And one of the comments there was often about the expeditions. Expeditions give absolutely insane rewards here. Like ridiculously insane rewards once a month. Probably the best rewards in the entire game, I would say. Just like on a consistent basis. Maybe Tower's better, but maybe not. Either way, the number one question I got was about the hopeless Symaqus. And I actually recorded this video once already and I didn't have my volume on, so I have to start again and cause myself to use stamina, RIP there. But anyways, I just want to talk about this team and how I threw it together and how it works out really well. I noticed a lot of people struggle with their score on this one. They only sit at like 200k sometimes if they're lucky, and a lot of it is just stubbornness. And I'm saying stubbornness because nobody wants to use somebody like Lots because they don't want to put Gora into him. But newsflash, you don't need to. He doesn't need Gora for this. It definitely helps, don't get me wrong, but he doesn't need to. So I'm just going to show you my thrown together team, and that's kind of the point of this. I just threw it together because I was pissed off at always scoring low, and I'll show you the gear at the end of the video. And if you want to see an updated version of this team, make sure you're down there hitting that comment button, hitting that like button, and hitting that bell subscribe notification shenanigans thing, because I will post an updated video once we get free equipment removal, and I will probably be putting somebody like Ervalen instead of Euphine. Because right now, Euphine is just a defense down, and she's not very good at it. So this is a almost full auto team, and the way I say almost is because I do one thing turn one, and that's it, just because it smooths out the run a ton. And if I don't do this, I lose a bit of damage, and it just kind of like, the run kind of fumbles not really too well after. So I just start off with a skill 2 on the Landy, and then I hit auto. And from this point on, my Euphine is just here for defense down. I notice this isn't really showing right. There we go. So my Euphine is just there for defense down, and she literally never lands it, which is kind of one of the reasons why I want to put Ervalen in here, because Ervalen's going to get counterattacks. He's going to get more defense breaks. I believe he's a little faster as well. So this is basically all Landy damage right now without defense breaks, because she never lands it. Ever. she never does, and she's at like 80 effectiveness right now, and you can see how much damage Landy pops in. Imagine if that was a defense break there, we'd already be at like 400,000 damage right now. Landy is bonkers for a lot of this PvE content. She also is really good for something like Asymanic, and basically everywhere that you can use her. She just does so much damage. And I love it. I love it so much. So again, we'll show you the gear right at the end of the video here. I know a lot of people also use Clury here. That is like literally never happened. She has never died that early. Literally ever. Are you serious? Are you actually serious right now, game? But we're just gonna do this run and see how many we could do it with 3 people, just because why not? Usually I score about 700,000 at kind of like an average to minimum sort of 700,000 thing here. So let's see how it scores 3 men. That's really upsetting because that start was really fun and I really enjoyed it. All those dual attacks, and I don't want to cherry pick runs, right? Like that's not the point of videos like this. I could super cherry pick runs and just do my best run of 10 and show you it, but that wouldn't be really valuable to you, right? Like I think it's really important not to mislead people with stuff like that. And you can see how quickly we ended up recovering from the Landy getting stunned there, right? It took two casts and 1 hit for Idol's Cheer. And again, if we had Gora on our Lots, it would be a lot better. And again, I think I was saying a lot of people use Clury here instead of the Destina, because Clury takes a lot less damage, I believe. If we take a look at one of these skills here, when the enemy is not a knight, damage is greatly decreased. So right now my enemy is not a knight, so extra damage, but it doesn't usually matter. I can't believe she got and died on me like that. You fiend, what are you doing, girl? That literally never happens. So a lot of people use Cleary. She also does a bit of CR boosting as well, but I don't know if it's as good because I kind of want to have Lots in 100%, and I kind of want to have Idol's Cheer as well. And I don't think I can use Lots with Idol's Cheer and still do fine without Molagoras in him, so that's kind of why I went with the Destina instead. Also, to note, my Destina is on a counter, which kind of screws this up a little bit, because sometimes my Destina counters and heals up my Landy, and then my Lots will heal my my Euphine or something like that instead, because the Landy got boosted higher. So that's something to consider as well. Destina's stealing all my attacks here, and you can see, like, Euphine does a respectable amount of damage. She does a lot of damage here, and defense breaks and burns and stuff too because of her artifact. So that is something to consider with how much damage we're getting done right now. This would probably be like a 1,000,000 damage run, I would say, pretty easily if we had Euphine up there, if we landed a single defense break. And if we switch to her Valen when her Valen comes out, we're also going to have access to better artifacts, to stuff that works better here. Like Euphine could use something to increase her damage, but it's on somebody else right now, and I didn't want to switch it because, again, that's not really showing you like the trueness of this. So we ended up with 700,000 damage, 3-manning it basically. So not bad, I guess. That's kind of funny. That's actually, I've done this, like, I finished this whole run. Like, I finished 2,100 points of this. Literally 2,100 points of Hopeless Symaqus this month. And that is the first time she has ever died. So I don't know what's going on there. I don't know what I did to deserve that, but it is what it is. Anyways, let's take a look at the gear here. It's nothing exceptional except for the Landy. The Landy is geared to the teeth. You've seen her before. I use her everywhere. I just love her to death. Like my favorite unit to use by a long shot right now. There's her stats here. And if we take a look at the Lots and the Destina here, this is the Destina counter set, but it doesn't really matter too much. Idol's Cheer is the important part. Doesn't need to be plus 30. And again, Cleary would work instead, possibly even better. I just don't have Cleary built to show you. We then have our Lots here on Magahara's Tome. 218 speed right now, and no skill ups whatsoever on him. But he does have the dual attack chance. Cool, cool, cool. And then the Euphine that died on us. Here she is. And I just recently changed one piece of gear, I think, to get her effectiveness up a little bit. So maybe that's why she died, but kind of frustrating either way. Oh, well, we had a good showing. I think it was okay. So that's the team right there. And again, if I was going to fix this with free equipment removal right now, I would probably take out Euphine, add Ervalen here. Ervalen has a 50% chance to decrease defense on his skill 1. He also has counterattack buff. And because he's a thief, you can use much better artifacts, something like a Dust Devil, to give him an extra chance to land that defense break. And of course, this can proc, I believe, off of dual attacks as well. So you have that increase too. With so many dual attacks being done by Lots' passive or his Triple S as well, there's just so many better options. This would be insane, and it would do way more damage than Euphine as well. So yeah, that's the team. Hope you enjoyed this. If you have any other requests for expedition teams, let me know. I will try to put them together when we get free equipment removal, so it's not so shaky like this one does. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe as always, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye, everybody.